Oh, would you look at that? Fairly good day. Few clouds, but it's nice and warm today. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees. I mean, this little garage is definitely helping out, so it's not bad. So, you guys must be a little bit confused on what's going on here, so let me just quickly explain. So, I'm going to overexpose it for a bit. You can see the front end there. I painted it black years ago, kind of like to, you know, protect it from rust, and it actually worked pretty well. It's not too bad, but the thing is, I want to fix the whole front end again. Like, I want it to be fully white. I'm going to grind back the paint, primer it, and just paint the front radiator support just nicely and make it clean. And this is where the obviously the front mount used to hang off, and you can see it's kind of broken right there. It's got like a little crack running through there. I'll get it done. I'll get it sorted. I'll figure it out. So how does this happen? What the so yeah, this is the front of the GF8. You guys can kind of see there was some rust, some surface rust coming up, but I ended up just wire wheeling it off because I want to paint the whole front end gloss white again. Back in like 2015, 2016, when we did the front mount install. Oh, I'm scared. Oh yeah. That sounds cool. That sounds so awesome. We didn't have much paint to protect the rust, so we used black instead. So it's actually protected it pretty dang well. I'm also doing a stock horn relocation. The horn usually goes here, and one is in behind the headlight, but I want to put it like hella horn style. So what I've done is I've actually extended the wiring and painted these red, because they'll still give the same look behind the grille through red circles, and I prefer the stock horn sound, not the hella horn sound. So that's, you know, if you want to do that, that's absolutely free. That's how you do it. I'm going to use the existing holes that come with factory. I didn't make these holes, that's just how they come. So yeah, I'm just going to prep this whole front end and go ham. This is what the finished product looks like with a clear coat all over it. I'll try to turn the aperture down. So yeah, you guys can see that it's really nice and glossy now. Looks really good. This is with the clear on. Beautiful looking. like for a home job with spray cans. Everything looks really good. I mean, this is obviously going to get dirty in the future and stuff, but now it just doesn't look black and ugly like it used to. It just looks really good. I can obviously polish this if I wanted to, but I'm not going to go that far. It doesn't actually even have that much orange peel anyway. For some reason, it's leveled out quite nicely because this clear coat has a leveler in it, which is awesome. So I'm going to let this kind of like cook overnight, and then yeah, then untape it and we'll see what it actually looks like outside. So yeah, this is what the finished product is. Looks so good. Very proud of that. Okay, so it's the next day and this has turned out beautiful, man. Like, it's absolutely glossy. It's exactly how I wanted it, not just some black, you know, splotches. So today we're gonna just unmask it pretty much and see what it looks like. So yeah, pretty bloody stoked with it, to be honest. Do we get some overspray? Not too bad. Actually, that's not overspray. I think that's just the lighting. Oh yeah, it is the lighting, because that's when it looks like overspray, but it ain't. So yeah, we'll unmask everything, pull it out into the sun, and then see what it looks like. It looks really good. I'm very stoked with this. So the wind has certainly dropped down, and this is what it looks like in the sun. I'll just try to stay in the garage because it is still a little bit windy. But look at that. Looks so good. I obviously ended up putting the horns that I extended. Those are still the stock horns painted red. I will put some Danger X decals on it because that's my own touch, and it just looks so freaking good, man. It actually genuinely looks very, very good. I sort of choked on my word there, but damn, that looks so good. I'm so hyped with that, man. That is awesome. I'm gonna try to put the headlights and the grill on. I'm pretty sure the headlights can still stay on without that. I think that's the bumper support there. Yeah, that one's a bit rooted, and as I was talking about it earlier, it's cut a bit too soon. It was cut here. It needs to go, it kind of goes in an S shape. Yeah, so yeah, this one was kind of cut a bit too early, and it's kind of rusted. You know, I can get a new one, but yeah. Gonna put the headlights on, put the grill on, and see what the horns look like through the grill and stuff. And yeah, let's get to it. So holy mackerel, look at that. I'm actually so stoked with that. What the fuck? That looks so freaking good. That's probably what a close to factory Vision 3 STi would have looked if you took the bumper off like back in the day in like 1997. I've never seen the car look that white under there. I know no one's going to see that, but it's going to give me a peace of mind that, you know, the rust has been neutralized. It won't be spreading anymore, and it's been painted really nicely. Yeah, I'm super stoked with that. Now we just need to get one of these new things and put it on there, and I can do my own style of cutting, you know, make it look close to like the old GF8 style. And if a lot of people keep hearing me saying old GF8, pretty much what I'm trying to do with this car is I'm trying to replicate my old car that I once crashed. So yeah, you can go back and down my videos and watch the, I think the title's called I crashed my WRX STi and had it for 4 years or something. You can watch the whole story there. I'm not going to explain it. You guys, it's a fully detailed story about why this build is happening right now. So yeah, it looks really good. I'm very, very pleased with that, man. And those factory horns, man, oh, they're not hella horns, they're still red. You can see them in person, it's just the camera is like trying to overexpose the white parts because the car is white obviously, but you can see them in person. I'll put a photo up actually and you can see how good they look. They look absolutely gorgeous in this photo. So stoked with that, man. It just, oh yes, so pleased with that. And I'm going to get the bumper professionally touched up, put the lip on, get it properly body worked, and the front end is going to look $1,000,000. There's some dents in the hood which I'm going to get it PDR'd. That's pretty simple, pretty cheap to do. So I'm going to PDR is pretty much paintless dent removal. Some guys come and work the magic and remove the dent, so it's awesome. So yeah, pretty stoked on that. Now the next thing will be to do the bumper and this thing here, get a new one. So we'll carry on. So I'm at Pick Apart, and I finally found a good front bumper support which isn't rusted out, because mainly the top part here where usually the grill sits, just underneath it, all of the ones I've checked is rusted. The only good one I found was this version 2 non-STi Impreza thingy, but it'll do the job because they're all exactly the same, and this is in really mint condition. Like, all the rust you see is all surface, which can be grinded off, rust killed. It hasn't actually penetrated the metal at all, so it won't even need rust killing. Just needs to be grinded off and properly painted. So I'm going to properly paint this white. It does look a little bit twisted, but I think that's because the way it's sitting. Oh yeah, it's just the way it was sitting. I thought it was bent for a second. Nah, it's fine, because you know how it flexes. So yeah, no, this is one of the best ones I've come across today, because I've checked all the Imprezas and all of them are just rusted all along here. So good thing we have a nice clean one. Looks like we have some audience. People love watching me when I'm filming. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Need to get this aerial mount off, because this used to have an aerial that used to stick out the bumper somewhere. Yeah, there you can kind of see it there. But anyway, this is gonna do, because we don't even need this bottom part. It needs to be cut off. I'll have to drill the spot welds. Now I can understand why the previous guy that did my front mount cut it off here, because he obviously didn't want to be bothered to do this, but it's really not that hard. All you have to do is just drill these out and it'll just pop off. So yeah, because it needs to be cut like here, not like up here, because the dude just cut it like right there and it was kind of weird. So yeah, it's not rusted, it's not weird like my one, and yeah, I'm very glad, because my one also was cross-threaded. One of these bolts were cross-threaded, which goes into the chassis rails, but this one isn't. This is one of the most mintest one I found. So stoked with it. Okay, let's take it home. Let's see how much it is. Okay, this is a completely different Impreza. I took off this way earlier, and you can see it's absolutely munted, rooted to, like, it's got holes in it. And this is one of the good ones. A lot of them you don't even want to see. So yeah, this is way too far gone. It's just take too much repairs. It can be repaired, but it's kind of no point. Sorry for recording on my phone. You can really tell with the wobbliness. I can't even speak. That was hard because I was still wearing my jacket, and my jacket was all holding my stuff. So what's pretty much happened is, it was 19 bucks. I thought it was supposed to be $9, but I didn't really fight it. It's $10 extra. I think that's a pretty good bargain for what it is. It's a mint non-rust, like, I mean, surface rust, which you can just wipe off, but non-rusty GC, GF front support. If you have a GC and a GF8, I would recommend checking your front support, because they rust out for some reason. I'm going to make sure I coat this one with good stuff so the metal doesn't like rust out anytime soon. So yeah, I'm going to take it home and start working on it. So it's the next day, and I have to figure out deattaching this bit here on the support. So obviously that's my old support, it's all rusted out and shit, but this one here, it's actually not too bad. So this is the one obviously you guys saw that I got from Pick Apart, and I think I've got a bit of a brainwave of why this might be so new. If you go ahead and look at it, it's actually got red overspray. So what I think what happened with that car was, it was in a front end collision. So after the front end collision, Korean man's here. Right. Hey, how's it? Good, man. All good. Alright. Cheers, man. Thank you. Okay, as I was saying, I think once that car was in a front-end collision, they replaced the whole front radiator support, and they would have had to get a replacement brand new one of these. No wonder it's just a little bit dirty, because if you give this a good wash and just sand down like the surface rust, it's literally brand new. So I think I kind of scored there at Pick Apart, because obviously when you get factory cars, they don't have this red overspray. So this was definitely a panel beater replacement when it got into a front end collision or something like that, or maybe the old one broke and they just replaced it with this one, because that bumper did look pretty nicely like painted up and stuff. So yeah, I lucked out there. So today what I have to do with the support is drill these tack welds out, or spot welds, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, and remove this piece because we don't need this no more, because obviously we will be cutting it. So let's get onto that and see if it will work. So I'm using these really cheap drill bits that I got for $6. I mean, at the back it does say high speed, suitable for aluminium and copper. Please don't give me shit for how I say that word, the aluminium, because this is alloy metal. But yeah, let's see if it breaks. These are really cheap, so let's give it a hoon and see what happens. So you can see that bracket's still on there because I haven't drilled that one out, but this one used to sit like that here as well, which is now out. So now I can finally figure out how low I can cut my front mount. I could cut it all the way down here now if I wanted to. So that is really good, really good news. Okay, the weather decided to freshen up a bit, so I've pulled the car outside. It's not raining no more. And earlier I was freaking out that, you know, I have to mount that unpainted in there, possibly scratching it, trying to make sure that, you know, I can fit the front mount. But no, I don't actually have to do that. I don't know why the hell I was thinking that, because I can literally just put this on top of the front mount and then measure this out. So yeah, I was just freaking out for no reason. So all I'll have to do is just take the front. I'll do it right now actually. Oh, yeah, those are some lowering springs, which we will talk about in another episode. So I'm trying to do this all one hand. Let's just, oh my god, just go away, fly, stupid fly. So all I have to do is put the front mount just like that. Get the spring out of the way. Hold on, move these gumboots away, get the support bar, and see how much it actually needs to cut off. So I'll just roughly put it there. Hold on. See, kind of roughly like that. I don't need to mount it to the car because I can just center that and measure it properly and then cut it. That would be a lot more handy. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Alright, let's get busy. Really pleased on how that came out. That's all bolted to the new bumper support, and we haven't lost any of that bit there, which is awesome, which I actually like. Now there might be a little bit of gap there, you can see, but it's only like a mil, and that mil is going to get covered by a tube. So I'm going to split a tube, like just the top part, and put it on. I have made it as blunt as I can. It's not sharp at all to touch the cut, but I'm going to put a tube on it just to make it look tidy and stuff. Same on this side. And now if it ever starts to sag, it will just rest on the couplers. So there'll be a rubber thing touching a rubber thing, so it shouldn't like make any difference or split the the silicone joiners. So it should be sweet. I am pretty amped on that actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some vacuum hoses from Repco or something, and sleeve these edges right there and right there. Okay, I'm getting a bit weird. I don't know why this is taking a weird turn. I probably haven't had enough sleep, so yeah. Let's paint the support.